and interact with chat. Because normally on Tuesdays or like if I come through on Fridays, I'm focusing on the bracket, focusing on the game. But like this, the bracket's being run. I have like easy access to it. I just get to chill with chat. It's a good time.
Definitely is a good time. Speaking of a good time, Lilac Cruz, sometimes a little tricky for people to recover. A lot of people aren't a huge fan of the stage. However, they did end up here. Makes it back, and GG George is all over that recovery. Like, look, I'll back up and hit you with something that's safe at that, and it's really GG George? Oh my gosh!
Boom, right in the face.
Everything is going right. So right, that stock might be gone. No, MasterKade makes it back for the moment at least, finally getting a chance to play the game.
Finally. But, I mean, is it really getting a chance to play the game if you're already at 116? You get like half the game.
Look, man, if wrestling has taught us anything, whoever's about to lose wins.
Oh, true.
So
right.
The lariat comes in. Some good stuff. Maybe we can see a counter and then a side B.
Cool. Well, there's the half.
There's half. Oh, tried to finish it all right there. Still going to make it back, though, but that forward smash going to hit its mark. And this is something that you pointed out earlier was about the rolls and get-up attacks. At least Action John, between Action John and GG George, you didn't see too many rolls. It got punished once, and then it was no longer really an option. MasterKade rolled there, and that's why that first stock was actually taken.
Yeah, very feast or famine with these options. Speaking of feast or famine, MasterKade just keeps on going for it all. And he keeps on getting hit by those Din Fire. Even though it's not very effective by typing, it's effective enough to get the stock. Okay.
That was almost a stock, actually.
It was almost a stock. Like, I can't fault George for going for it. It almost worked.
Yeah, it almost put him like in a tech scenario underneath the stage. That would have been crazy.
Yeah. But unfortunately, he ends up losing the stock for it. And now MasterKade is starting to turn it up. We've seen this before. He's one of those players who can like get the ball rolling on a dime. But the problem is sometimes he does overextend just a bit. But this might not be one of those times. Right now, looking very solid, very comfortable. And even though he's behind, by no means out. You just can't get hit by those up Bs. So that's the one thing. People start to crumble when they get hit by the up Bs consistently. I love that, though.
Very, very raw right there. And MasterKade slowly but surely trying to bring his way back in, but got hit by that up B, and now it may be curtains. It indeed is. Game number one going to go to GG George.
GG no 3. Game one? Yeah. And that one, I don't know. Like, MasterKade was doing well. It's just in the edge guard situations, I don't know what Incineroar can really do about Din's Fire.
Yeah.
If you side B high, you get hit. If you side B low, you might not, like, you might get spiked.
It's scary. I mean, I would at least test. I would check my opponent and say, spike me, just because of the fact that that hasn't been a way stock has been taken, at least not yet. But I think the bigger issue is the commitment. MasterKade would commit to an option, and GG George just kind of kept moving and then whiff punishing. Even if GG George was wrong on the initial whiff punish, it didn't discourage him from moving and going for it again.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, there's both like matchup components and like player components. And right now, GG George was just able to move on MasterKade a bit more often.
Definitely agree with you right there.
All right, so game 2, Pokemon Stadium 2. And, all right, listen, I'm pretty sure Pokemon Stadium 1 is the legal one, but I also don't think people care enough about these differences, at least not in like this environment. So I'm willing to let it rock if they are. Even though there are differences, they're very small, but remember, right, Pokemon Stadium 2 is a little bit wider, so that it's because the Blast Zones are pretty much exactly the same. Pokemon Stadium 1 has a little bit lower floor, but because the side Blast Zones are the same and Pokemon Stadium 2 is a little bit longer, you'll die earlier from ledge to Blast Zones. So
I knew about off the bottom. I think the Blast Zones were slightly different.
Yeah,
in the platforms too.
Yeah, the platforms are a little bit wider on PS1.
That was such an orthodox edge guard, but it completely worked. It's almost like the shield that blocked the up B from MasterKade. I guess delayed him enough for that the Knight was actually able to connect.
Yeah, and it's the same scenario we saw before. Is he dead again? Okay, good. But like, it's the same scenario that we saw before, where if you just keep on being an edge guard scenario, Din's Fire or something will blow you up. And with the recovery as linear as Incineroars, you have to either recover super unsafe, or just die. And I guess you just have to recover unsafe.
Yeah, which, I mean, you got to do something different. I'm going to go with the unsafe option as well.
Yeah. At least the unsafe option might kill me. The recovering safe option, you have died like almost every time.
Back though, so strong, but not able to do it quite yet. GG George still relatively healthy at the moment. And again, that movement coming into play, just kind of like, hey, I'm in your face. I'm actually going to move. And that almost did it by itself. The next one will. And MasterKade is having a rough day.
Yeah, that high side B each time is getting you killed. Each time.
I guess GG George is kind of like, look, I didn't like the turn of events last time. So the plan is if I don't lose a game, I don't have to worry about losing the match or the set.
Yeah, wise words. Just don't lose.
Isaac Newton told me that.
Yeah, smart guy. So I've heard.
Yeah, and he told me it was in a dream. But, you know, whatever, man, whatever. Right now, GG George trying to get a 3-stock. Not going to happen, though. MasterKade getting that command grab. Going to take off the first stock of GG George. And a little bit of buffering for the game. That's the strong side B from Incineroar.
Yeah. Have ever side B so big that you break the game?
Yeah. That's what happened. Oh, literally broke the game. Literally broke the game. What is the rule on this scenario?
You know, actually, it's never happened before.
Huh.
Huh.
Yeah. I wonder what the ruling is. I'd say restart.
Well,
restart with the same percents. Because
yes.
Incineroar was what, like, was it 54, 56 last stock?
Oh, and it looks like it was GG George's connections who dropped because MasterKade is still in the arena.
If that's the case, then does MasterKade get the win?
Well, back in my day, I don't know if there's the rules for this bracket, but back in my day, it was if your connection dropped, the person whose connection it was just like dropped the game.
Prove it.
Because if they didn't respond like while they were in the lobby, or like not in the lobby, but like in the chat room, because we would be in the chat room. So we would be like, yo, is your connection here? Yo.
But what if they both respond?
If they both respond, then after that, I don't know.